What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony, and today I am wearing my Rolex OP 36mm turquoise. I love this watch. It's my favorite Rolex right now. So we're doing the Q&A as we do every Friday. So if you would like to participate in the Q&A, all you have to do is leave your question in the comment section below, and it'll be featured on an upcoming Q&A. Doing this for a few years, love doing it. It's fun. And so also, if you guys, I never really bring up too much Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, just go over to my Instagram page, Talking Timepieces with Tony, and send me a follow. That'd be awesome. And and please like and subscribe. My by getting subscribers, that helps me stay motivated to do this, so I appreciate it. So first question comes from Cyrus Satara Vala. I don't know if I've pronounced your name correctly, but sorry if I didn't. Your question is, Tony, truly love your thoughts on horology, especially Rolex. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I own a 2005 D Series reference 116528 Cosmograph Daytona 18 karat solid yellow gold, diamond dot black dial in mint condition with box, Rolex service polished recently. I've been offered a 2012 Rolex Yellow Gold GMT Master Reference 116718 Anniversary Green Face with box only in exchange for my Diamond Dial Daytona. My key question, where I seek your valuable advice, is it a good deal for me? On the other hand, exchange for my Daytona for a 2015 Rolex Submariner, black blue face. I know the gold Cosmograph is a grail, but in terms of later value appreciation, will it be a good or bad deal? Bless you. Thanks, man. I don't really look at it as like what's a better deal for value, man. I don't look at watches as any kind of an investment, you know what I mean? Because anything can happen. So I mean, that's solely kind of what you're looking at it for, right? You're kind of, I want to know what's going to be a better deal for, value down the road. You have to go with what you love, because I would have just totally answered that question differently if it was just out of straight up what you really want. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't sound like that's really what it is. You're really seeking sort of what the long-term value is. I couldn't answer that. No one really can. People will sit there and go, no, the Daytona is going to just completely just annihilate the GMT, or then vice versa. You know what I mean? I guess if you want to look at the secondary market on those two reference numbers and see which ones, been kind of holding their value for, longer, I want to say almost probably the Daytona would be, but then again, the GMT might as well. I don't know, because I don't know the secondary market and what the values are, so much of those. Yeah, that's up to you, man. What you think's best. I mean, can't give you advice on the stock market, so to speak. You know what I mean? But I appreciate your question. Next one comes from KF7UCK. See what you did there with the name, kind of the way that it looks. What are your thoughts on mixing metals? I have a career where I wear a badge. I'm a supervisor, so I have a gold tone badge, gold tone name tag, and gold rank designators on my collar. Every watch that I own is steel. I feel odd in stainless bracelet when everything else is gold. I'm looking for a good all black option, but options are limited and nothing has really given me the feels. A gold bracelet feels pretentious for a dude doing a blue collar job, but gold accents would work. Gold Yachtmaster with black bezel and rubber strap sort of thing. What are your thoughts? Can I mix metals in a uniform? Am I overthinking this? Thanks for your question, man. I think you're overthinking it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you don't see that a solid gold watch or a gold tone watch is look a little bit flashy for what you're doing, then don't get that. But as far as two-tones, man, there's plenty of two-tone watches out there. Whether it's a Rolex or even the Yachtmaster, like you say, the two-tone, or the gold with the black bezel. Even Tudor have, like, the Tudor Royal. Have a two-tone that's pretty cool. Some of their two-tone watches are good. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I don't wear two-tone watches so much. I do have a couple I have not worn in years and years and years. But, yeah, I think I wouldn't overthink it. Just whatever you like, get it and wear it and enjoy it, man. It doesn't matter. You don't have to match your uniform all up with everything else. But if you want to do that, then that's fine too. But yeah, no problem with mixing metals at all. All right, man. Thanks for your question. Sean Miller 7187. Hey Sean, what's going on, dude? Mr. Tony, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Do you have any opinions on the controversial Maen and Nico Leonard jump hour watch, or the new Christopher Ward C12 Loco that other watch YouTube channels are going crazy over? Okay, well, I'll go on the Maen and Nico thing. I'm going to answer the crazy Loco because I have another question related to that. I don't particularly like it. I think it looks okay. I like the case, man, but I don't really like the jump hours. You know what I mean? So much. I don't like that complication. It's nothing wrong with it. People love it. You know, even like with a new Cartier, that's, you know, I mean, it's just jump hours are not really my thing. But and it also has a Chinese movement, which isn't a bad thing. But I think, because I don't watch Nico's channel that much, but when he got that watch, I did watch it, and then he hypes it up like it's like the Chinese make the best movements, and that's because he's trying to sell watches, right? But either way, I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's not my thing. And, you know, hey, to each their own, man. If you dig it, cool. But thanks. And then I'll answer that Christopher Ford C12 Loco in another question. But thanks, Sean. Always appreciate it. Nicola8889. Tony, man, nice insight as usual. Thanks. Appreciate it. You hit two of my favorite brands. IWC, awesome brand, full of rich historical timepieces throughout the years. I have a Portugueser from 1970s, I believe. It's simple but gorgeous. Yeah, those old 70s IWCs are really nice, aren't they? I like those. Not really familiar with the specs and model of the Engineer, but by the looks and price, I would prefer to pick up something else. I agree. Aside from that, maybe you can help. I have a 2009 Datejust that I put on the other day. Well, after about a day, it stops and restarts. A few hours later, only noticed when I checked the time. When you had watches serviced, have you gone only to a dealer or some reputable jeweler watch store? Sorry for the long text, but they're only words. Thanks. Hey, man. Well, you know, it's a 2009 Datejust. I mean, you could take it wherever you want to take it, you know, but with Rolex, I don't know, man. I'm just really like sketch about taking it somewhere that's not like an authorized place. You know, you never know what they can do. I wouldn't recommend it. I would just take it, just suck it up, spend the extra money, wait the extra time, and get your Rolex done right. Get it back with papers, additional papers. You know what I mean? That way you have the service trail with it, and you know it's just, and it's a little bit more money than what you probably get quoted from another place. You know, so it might be $900 through Rolex, but you know a local place might do it for $3. I'd say it's still worth spending the extra $600, but that's just me. So I hope that helps, man. Appreciate your question. This one comes from 458V8. Hi, Tony. Question is about Rolex limits at the AD. Our AD said for a professional watch, Submariner, GMT, Daytona, Yachtmaster, is only 1 per year. Then Datejust, Oyster, or Oyster Perpetual are 2 per year. Have you heard this from Juan at Bindi? Is this a Rolex rule or up to the AD to make their own rules? Thanks, Tony. Hi to Paco and Uku. Hi, Uku. Paco's being a bad kitty right now. I have not. I mean, I have heard that. Yeah. I mean, that's been going out for a little while, but you know, really, you know, some people are very adamant, especially when they comment, they speak fact about what they know about Rolex. And, you know, it's just like, come on, man. No, you don't. But the thing is that I have not ever asked one, and because I don't really care. And I can tell you that it's not a Rolex rule, because I've received more than 2 sport models in a year. So, and, you know, with Datejust and OPs as well, you know what I mean? So I think it's just it's whatever AD sets their own rules, man. Every AD is an independent entity apart from now Bucherer, which is owned by Rolex, right? So really everything else is an independent boutique. So, and they can create whatever rules they want to create, you know what I mean? Just like the wait list, you know what I mean? There's no wait list, you know, it just depends where you're, you know, there's a wish list, there's a wait list, there's not a wait list, there's whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, why should this guy get a Rolex and this guy not get a Rolex? It's like, well, if he's a jerk and he's not, give it to the nice guy, you know what I mean? So, sorry for that little rant there, buddy. But yeah, I think it's the AD, brother. Thanks for your question. Tony, this is from Michael DeMarco. Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? Tony, oh, by the way, you guys, man, if you don't know who DeMarco watches DeMarco Watch Company. Check him out. Killer beater watch. I keep calling it beater watch, but it's a really nice watch. You know what I mean? It's got a beautiful aesthetic to it. It's got a luxury aesthetic to it. I think they're around $500 or $600. Comes with 3 straps and comfortable, and they look cool. Check out DeMarco Watch Company. There you go, Mike. And I got 2 of them, one for me and one for my girlfriend. She got a pink dial. I got the pistachio dial, and awesome watches. And I want to thank Michael for those. This is not a paid thing. They were gifted watches, so appreciate that, Michael. Tony, how do you like the new CW C12 Loco? CW is really getting pretty innovative, in my opinion. I think the movement and case back are spectacular. Yeah, it's cool, man. I don't know about getting into Christopher Ward, man. I think they're doing some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. They do look cool, you know. Just like the Bel Canto or whatever it's called. But it's like, you know, I wouldn't wear it. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not a watch that I would wear. I just think it looks kind of cool and whatever. But there's something about it that I don't like, and I'm not quite being able to pinpoint it. I think it's the sort of the aesthetic of the way the dial's laid out with the bracelet and the case and everything. So, but you know, it's still a nice looking watch. So thanks for your question, Mike. Oh, and by the way, that C12, I think it's just under $5,000, right? And it's 41 or 42 millimeter. So, next one comes from Team McNamara, 5320. Hi, Tony. Question for next one. Do you go through stages of watch fatigue, boredom? I'm going through this now where I'm almost bored by releases and content, as a lot of content creators say the same thing. There's not a lot of genuine opinion out there other than yourself and Oshin, who seem to say what you really feel. Other channels seem like they're firing out press release style statement content, essentially. What is your thoughts on this? Thanks, man. Stay healthy. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know what? For one, watch fatigue, that's a real thing. It's like you get bored, you just and you're kind of done. And me being a YouTuber and whatever, I mean, I watch so much less watch YouTube channels than I used to. A lot of it's the same shit over and over again. I'm not ragging on all the YouTubers, but it's like literally, it's like who can put out the first press release that so-and-so came out with a new watch. I'm the first one that did it. So what? I mean, or it's, the same sort of regurgitated shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's boring. Yeah, it does. Again, the YouTubers that are, gray market dealers that try to, tell you that the only place that you should shop for a watch is their place. I've talked to some of these YouTubers, man. Don't think I haven't. And I know what their MO is and how they act. I mean, I've been like, without mentioning names, man, some of these guys are just straight up assholes, and their channel is basically a front. They act like they're the nicest guys in the world, and they're not. They are like used car salesmen. Those are those watch YouTubers that sell gray market. Then there's the other YouTubers that, basically can't form their own opinion, and they have to wait for someone else to come out and do a show before they copy what that person did. And then that person copies what that person did. And it's just, again, it's regurgitated garbage. And, people will comment on this and say, well, what's your channel? Your channel's shit too. I get plenty of, shitty comments. So, because there's tons of haters out there. But at the same time, yeah, it does. It gets boring. And sometimes, you want to see something the truth. It's like the guy from, what's his name? The Dubai Expat, man. I love his channel because he's straight up. He goes out and he shops for watches. And granted, he'll tell you, and then we had food, and then we went to this, and then we had food. I don't always want to see someone eat their food. I don't care about that. But, I like seeing some variety. And granted, I don't step out too much either, if at all, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's a legit thing, man, but just take a break and then come back to it if you want, you know what I mean? And hopefully you'll be refreshed and ready to see some new content. All right. Thanks for your question, man. This one comes from Bad for Tommy. Do you have the same number of links removed on each of your Oyster bracelets? Reason I ask is because my Datejust 41 is fully linked while my GMTs need a link removed. Well, no, I mean, it depends, man. Also, it depends on where your clasp is as far as you have the easy link in, out, adjusted, or where the pin may be, whatever. I have two OPs at 36 millimeter, the green one and the blue one, or the turquoise one, and it's just exactly the same. You know what I mean? But if I take a link out of this and then my Submariner's got 2 links taken out, you know, then that's different. You know what I mean? So it's also the size of the watch too. So, yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, again, it's how you set the watch. You know, so if you had 2 identical Submariners, it's gonna be exactly the same. 2 OPs the same. OP and a 36 millimeter OP and a 36 millimeter date just might be a little different. So, but yeah, it's all good, man. Thanks for your question. Appreciate it. Mike Lewis 2456. Hey, Mike, what's happening, man? Hello, Tony. Hello, Mike. Very good Q&A. Thanks, man. That was last week's Q&A. Appreciate it. What's your thoughts, and were you impressed by Breguet 250th anniversary Classique subscription? I wasn't crazy about the dial at first. However, the movement and 96 hours power reserve was impressive. Must admit, Gregory Kissling, I think, was a good appointment as CEO at Breguet. Love the connection with Abraham Louis Breguet pocket watch and the story of subscription. Have a great weekend. Thank you, man. You have a great weekend as well. You're looking at, yeah, that watch. Okay, here's the thing. That I love Breguet. I love Breguet. I want to buy a Breguet. I want to have one in my possession. I want to wear one on my person. I am not into single hand watches for some reason. I don't like it. I would wear it just because it's beautiful. I mean, it really is, but I do prefer to have a 2 or 3 hand, or, you know what I mean? The back of that watch and the movement is gorgeous. Everything that Breguet does, the power reserve, yeah, it's great. It's awesome having a nice power reserve. And I think the watch, I think they did a good job. As far as Kissling taking over as the CEO, we'll see. You know what I mean? I think they got to do something, man. They really do, to pull themselves out of the rut that they seem to be in. But that's a beautiful watch. And I wouldn't be picking one up. There's plenty of other Breguets I would take besides that one, but it's still nice, man. So thanks a lot for your question, as always, man. Next one comes from Austin Craig in 7391. Hey, Tony, great video. Thanks, man. Would you get a Land-Dweller in 40 or 36? The date just in 41 or 36, for example, have quite the odd proportions between the two, with the fluted bezel to case sizes. I have a feeling the Land-Dweller has nailed a good proportions between the two sizes, 36 and 40. I agree on that, man. I don't know. I would have to try them on, because the aesthetically, the way that the Land-Dweller is, you know, it has that, you know, the integrated bracelet, similar, you know, it's got a 222 Vacheron sort of look, of course, but, you know, the Land-Dweller's sort of a mix between the date just and an oyster quartz, you know. It looks also very similar to the Tudor Royal. But I think just on that one alone, I would go with the 40 millimeter. It's 40, right? Yeah, 40. I would go with the 40 millimeter. And I'm saying that without trying them on, but I'm thinking that's probably where I would go with the Land-Dweller. It's a beautiful watch, man. Beautiful, killer movement too. Thanks for your question, man. Beetlefang. Hi, Tony. Thanks for answering my question about 3 affordable quartz watches from last week. All good, brother. Think you've addressed this question. How do you care and break in your leather straps? Just wear them? Do you use any kind of leather product on them? I don't, but was curious what others do. Thanks again, man. Stay motivated. By the way, I'm wearing a Tag Monaco Caliber 6 I purchased from AD in 2006. Everything becomes vintage if you keep it long enough. That is the truth. Funny enough, you mentioned the Monaco, man. I was at a party over Easter, and at a friend's house and whatever, and there was a bunch of people there, and there was a dude wearing a Tag Monaco. And I was sitting there with my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, man, is that a Monaco? And he was like not saying anything to me. I'm like, hey, is that a Monaco? And he was right there. And someone said, hey, he's talking to you. And he's like, yeah. I go, hey, are you wearing a Monaco? And he goes, oh, yeah, and walked away. I was like, again, starting conversations with people who have a watch, sometimes it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? I get it. You got a Monaco, dude. Not you, but the guy. It's like, you know, maybe he's not a watch guy and he just wanted a Monaco. What was the question? Sorry, man. Oh, leather bracelets, man. No, I don't do anything to break them in, man. I just wear them, you know. I wear them and take them on, take them off, take them on, take them off. You know what I mean? Just to kind of break them in, but just wear it. Thanks for your question, dude. This is Raymond SSG. Hey, Tony. Always enjoy watching your channel. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Something to look forward to for the weekends in Australia. Hey, man. How's life down under? I have several Australian viewers. That's awesome. Question: what do you think about the new Breitling Top Time B31? Breitling is never in my radar, but the white dial with sky blue and brown strap watch looks so classy. Thanks. I had a Top Time. I had the Triumph Top Time, and it had a beautiful ice blue dial, Valjoux 7750. That was loud and obnoxious because that's what Valjoux 7750s are. But the new ones, you know what I do? I'm not really into Breitling either, man, but I like the fact that it's a non-chronograph and it does have a great aesthetic. It's sort of like a good, nice, everyday, classy watch, man. So it's cool. I don't think I'd buy one. I think they're probably just under $6,000. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, I'll check them out. So on that note, you guys, you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the next video.